Welcome to the Resilience Check-in. My name is John Fawcett, and this service is dedicated to your thriving. First things first, everything at the Resilience Check-in is based on this one principle. Most people cope with most things most of the time. I've had a long career in international disaster contexts, and I've learned a few things about people, about coping, and about resilience. From the killing fields of Cambodia to the conflicts in Kosovo, Palestine, the West Bank, the tsunami in Asia, the earthquakes in Haiti and Nepal, and refugee camps in Sudan, Jordan, and Turkey. This has given me the opportunity to talk with many people about their resilience: aid workers, survivors, military personnel, and family members. I've also been engaged in researching resilience and coping in a variety of different locations and have published widely in the topic of coping and resilience. The research evidence in nearly every context demonstrates that most people get through most things most of the time. At the Resilience Check-in, my focus is on your ability to thrive, the skills you have used to cope and thrive, but not on your disabilities under pressure, your abilities. Now, therapists tend to focus on disabilities. I focus on ability and how to strengthen your abilities. So here at the Resilience Check-in, we're turning conventional understandings on their head. The fact is, most people cope. Yes, I know we hear a lot about psychological trauma, about mental health issues, disability, and psychological damage. All these things are real, and when they happen, they're very serious. At the Resilience Check-in, we focus on two things: a focus on your thriving, and then on developing resources, conversations, and new ideas about resilience. So let me talk about your thriving. The Resilience Check-in provides you the opportunity to clarify your personal resilience profile, to identify the existing skills in your personal resilience toolkit, to develop new skills and adjust existing ones, and to evaluate how changing contexts and circumstances may impact your resilience profile. As together we focus on your thriving, your overall capacity to thrive and flourish will grow and develop. Well, how do we do that? We do that through individual face-to-face conversations. Now, this is not therapy because you're not ill. These conversations are focused on the way you already cope and thrive and how you can maximize these skills in future. Together, we clarify that profile. We check out the skills you already have developed, and we look at how those skills might need to be enhanced or adjusted or even added to as you move forward. The other key component of the Resilience Check-in is our resource section. Now, we hope that this is not going to be some dry and dusty library. The core of the resources is actually an ongoing series of conversations about resilience. And in these conversations, I talk with global experts who are willing to share their knowledge through the Resilience interview. The objective of the Resilience interview is to hear about interesting aspects of resilience. And these experts might talk about psychological theory, but they're just as likely to discuss movies or books or art or spirituality. How are these people selected? Well, I confess it's because I find them interesting. Because really, I'm not interested in talking with boring people. So this means that the resources at the Resilience Check-in are dynamic and changing as I talk with more interesting people. So come here often and check out the new stuff. As I said at the beginning, this service is based on the proven principle that most people cope with most things most of the time. You know that yourself. You also know that at times there's more pressure and it can be harder to thrive. But together we can work out a pathway through these times. There may be some who misunderstand this premise. Please don't get me wrong. I am totally committed to psychological services, therapy, treatment, and measures to mitigate psychological harm. Psychological trauma and mental health damage is real. It exists. it can harm your health. Psychological distress can be extremely debilitating and can lead to life-threatening conditions. If you believe that your health is compromised, then get help. Go to your health professional and seek appropriate assistance, because damage is real and it should never be avoided. But even so, what we know is that between 80 to 85% of the time, most people cope, even in the most challenging of circumstances and jobs. How can I be sure? As I said earlier, I've spent 20 years working in the front line of major global emergencies, and I've seen people coping. And yes, these are very tough places to be, and there is always a cost, but there is always thriving. I've been there and I've seen it, and I've felt it for myself. The research confirms this. Thriving can occur anywhere. And if you have the right tools and know how to use them, you can flourish under all kinds of pressure. Check us out. Come on by. Start a conversation. Tell us your story. Continue to thrive. Welcome to the Resilience Check-In.